Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Ah, We'll start right away. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, and just letting the body do whatever it wants. So maybe some kind of shake, a little shimmy, just loosening up and waking up from the inside out. Another few breaths, just letting the body do whatever it feels like. Okay, let's start Philip Lies Qigong sequence. So we rub the hands together, separate. Inhales, we move in. Exhales, we move out. Go with our breath. Okay, we'll place the palms over the eyes. Long, deep breaths, lighting up our eyes, brains, skin cells, muscles, nerves, bones. Feel the top of the palm on the eyebrow bone, the bottom of the palm on the cheekbone, and let's make circles. Other direction. Face massage up the sides of the nose, down the sides of the face a few times. Okay, charge up the hands again. Once again, separate. Inhales, we move in. Exhales, we move out. Go with your breath. Massage. And today, let's spend a little extra time at the base of the skull. So we have a lot of gallbladder meridian points over here. Something we like to work with during spring. Okay, now we'll pinch out the neck like always. Going up and down a few times. Okay, once you're happy with that, let's sweep down the front of the neck. Circle upper chest. Middle chest. Belly. Work down the legs, get those knees, and we'll just sweep down the shins. Now come to the tops of the feet, Go between the big toe and the second toe. Go down until the bones meet. They meet in kind of like a Y, and massage that point. So that's liver number 3. You can use tip of a finger or the thumb. Maybe do little circles. So this is another point good for spring. Mm. Couple more breaths. It's good for releasing heat from the body, frustration, and to get things moving if you're feeling stuck. Okay, backs of the heels, come up, get those calves, backs of the knees all the way up. Massage the kidneys and low back. Okay, lung channel. So we go under the collarbone, we hit the shoulder bone, move down, and massage. Up the shoulder, down the arm, around the thumb. Turn down, tip of the index, come up in between. Inhales, we cross. Exhale, brush away. Other side. So under the collarbone, we hit the shoulder bone, move down. Massage, lung 1, point of connection. Up the shoulder, down the arm, around the thumb. Turn down, tip of the index. Come up in between. Inhales, we cross. Exhale, brush away. Now gently tapping, starting with the head, coming down the front of the body, up the back of the body. Get the low back and kidneys. Lung channel. Turn the hand down. Large intestine channel. And across. Other side. Lung channel. Large intestine channel. And across. Okay, feet come together. So again, working with the energy of spring, the gallbladder meridian. So we'll think a little more of opening up the sides. So shoulders back and down. The movement itself is the same. The visualization the same. Each inhale, we fill up with fresh energy. Each exhale, we can imagine the space around us getting bigger and brighter as we let go. So the aura meditation. Okay, inhale. Exhale, head to one side. We let ourselves hang, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. Inhale, center. And exhale to the other side. And remember, if you want to take an extra breath when you're hanging or really anywhere, please feel free. And then with an inhalation, come back to center. So we'll do a few more at our own pace in our own way. Okay, once you feel complete, come back to center. Open up the feet, coming into a horse stance. So, like we're riding a horse, so we'll bend in the knees. Open up the arms. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, rotate from the waist. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. And again, let's do a few at our own pace. And once we come back to center, let's warm up the hands. Warm up the low back. Hands come up over the kidneys, knees are bent, and let's circle those hips. So we can inhale as we circle back, exhale as we circle forward. Charging up the kidneys. Other direction. Okay, back to center, feet all the way together. Let's warm up those knees and also send our love and appreciation for supporting our weight, allowing us to move forward. Okay, hands on the knees and we rotate. Other direction. Okay, shake it out. All right, the 8 health investments. Low cleansing, the first one, to release any disturbed energy. We inhale. Exhale, open up and let go. Inhale, palms up overhead. Exhale, turn the palms down. Inhale, chest level. Exhale, elbows back. Inhale into the palms. Exhale, press down. And drop the fingers. We'll do that one more time. In, out. In, palms up overhead. Out, turn them down. In, chest level. Out, elbows back. In, and out. Open up into horse stance, cross the arms, draw the bow. In, turn to the side, turn the palm, press out. Out. In, bend, look at the palm. Out, press. Other side, in, cross. Out, extend. In, out. Let's do it one more time. This one's good for the lungs and the liver. In, out. In, out. Cross. In, out. In, out. In, gather in, bring the feet all the way together. Out, press down. So we end almost every exercise like this. We're storing energy for later, strengthening the body mind. And then when we drop the fingertips, we're just letting go of anything extra, anything we don't need. Okay, in, out, press up and down, touching heaven and earth. In, sweep the palms. Out, stretch. In, gather in. Out, press down. Other side, in. Out, stretch up and down. In, sweep the palms. Out, stretch. In, gather in. Out, press down. Open up the feet just about hip width. So we're working with our eyes, and we're also in this exercise and the next releasing downward. So there's this idea of a central channel, like from the crown of the head to the pelvic floor. So in this exercise, as we exhale, we can imagine exhaling down through the pelvic floor into the earth. Okay, shoulders back and down, and we're using our eyes. In, out, look over the shoulder. In to center, the eyes lead the movement. Out. In. Hands on the kidneys. Out. In. Out. In. Hands in front of the chest, palms up. Out. In. Out. In. Gather in. Out. Press down. In. Interlace. Out. Overhead. In. Palms up on the toes. Out. Turn the palms down. In. Out to the side. So remember a little extra emphasis on that side bend and side opening. Into center. Out, other side. We'll try sneak in one more. In. Out. In. Out. In. Gather in. Out. Heels come down. Hands come down. Okay, we open up into our horse stance. Cross the arms. Gentle fists to the hips. In. We cross them from the lower body. Out. We brush away. In. Turn the head. The fist comes up. Exhale. We punch. Rotate the wrist. Come back. Turn. In. Fist up. Out. Punch. Rotate and come back. Take a full breath. In, cross in front of the lower body. Out, brush away. In front of the chest. Out to the hips. In front of the chest, palms open. Out, we step in. Back up the elbows, press down. Okay, now we rotate the wrists. Elbows bent, knees bent. In. Out, stretch. In, turn the palms up. Out in front of the belly. In front of the chest. Out overhead. In, stretch. Out, fold. Okay, so hang loosely. Let the head be heavy. We'll lift each toe with an exhalation. So I'll just name the toe and the associated meridian, and we'll lift on our own as we exhale. So the big toe, liver and spleen. Second toe, stomach. Third toe, stomach. Fourth toe, gallbladder. Fifth toe, urinary bladder. Okay, now hang loosely in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, press into the feet. Inhale, come up. Hands come to the back. Exhale, lean back. And come out of it. Okay, I'm just going to take a sip of water. The eighth exercise is to collect spiritual energy. Settle back in. Okay, in, out, open up. In, hands to the third eye. So the palms facing forward, like we're collecting energy into the third eye, our center of intuition. Out in front of the heart. The heart is our center for our mental and emotional concerns. Inhale here. Exhale, open up. Inhale, third eye. Now exhale to the side, palms up, and we're collecting some fresh spiritual energy. Exhale to the heart. Inhale here. Exhale, open up. Inhale, third eye. Exhale, heart. Inhale here. Exhale, open. Inhale, third eye. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, gather in. Exhale, press down. Place the hands on the low belly. So the lower dantian, the lower energy basin, covers all of our physical concerns and is kind of like the storehouse for our energy. We'll just take a little moment, relax the shoulders. Imagine an upward pull through the crown and feel the feet on the floor. Standing with as little effort as possible. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the hands. Inhale, chest level. Exhale, backs to the hands forward. Make the cups rotate in to the waist. Out, stretch back. Into the hips. Sorry, the waist. Out, forward. In third eye. Out, stretch. In third eye. Out in front of the chest. Make the cups to the waist. In. Out, stretch. Into the waist. Out, forward. Turn the hands. So we'll take a full breath like we're going around a big ball. In third eye. Out, stretch. Thank you for the hearts. In third eye. Out in front of the chest. In, gather in. Out, press down. Wonderful. Now we'll do push hands. So we inhale, gather energy into that lower dantian. Exhale, press the hands forward. So two more like this. Now, if you feel so inclined, when we press forward, we can make a sound. And option, we can do a little jump forward. Ha. Two more. Ha. Ha. And now three smooth. Wonderful. We'll come out of it, scoop up a big handful of energy, and give it to the lower dantian. Twice more. I like to end with a little belly massage. And then our last thing is we bow. So the feet come together. We inhale, hands into prayer. Exhale to the heart and bow, paying respect to all beings, sending out our prayers, and promoting unconditional love. Come out of it when you're ready and press down. And of course, the last thing is clapping loud and hard, activating all the meridians through their hands, and also cheering for ourselves and for each other. Thank you so much for practicing Philip Lai's Qigong sequence with me. I hope you liked it. Okay, so let's come down to the mat. So we're going to start with a downward dog, but you can always do child's pose if you prefer it. And we're going to be thinking about the gallbladder meridian. So the gallbladder meridian goes from the second to last toe, it comes up, it goes out, it comes up, and then it goes through the neck, up the back, over the head, and ends around the eye. It does like a little zigzag. Okay, all that to say, we'll do our down dog with the heels kind of out so we can stretch the outside of the legs a little more than normal. And if you don't like it, just forget it. Don't worry. Okay, so we'll come down first. And if you're not into down dog at all today, you can just go into a child's pose somewhere here, support your head. If you're feeling down dog, come up, find a comfortable stance, and then just angle your toes in and your heels out. Absolutely, the knees can be bent. Think of moving the stomach towards the thighs, and we'll aim for about 5 breaths. Okay, we'll come out of it. Knees come down. And let's find a comfortable seat. So we'll go into our usual twists. So spring is a great time for twisting. So the bottom leg can be tucked like my leg is, or it can be straight, whatever you prefer. The top leg inside or outside. So we'll start, interlace the hands around the knee, and just take a few belly breaths. Relax the shoulders. Okay, when you're ready, we'll twist towards the bent leg. So normally I guide us to just wrap the elbow around the knee. You can continue to do it that way. Or if you're able to and it works, we can hook the elbow outside the knee. So it's a bit more of an intense twist. So we make a little stop sign with this hand. The back hand just comes behind. And then everything else is the same. As we inhale, we untwist a little. As we exhale, we twist a little more. Okay, with an inhale, come back to center. Pick up the top leg, give it a rock. circle. So the liver meridian runs through the groin. So we still want to work with the hips. We also have the gallbladder meridian on the outer leg around the hip. Circle other direction. Okay, so now let's extend this leg. So one leg bent, one leg extended. It doesn't matter which leg, just remember. So when we do the other side, you also do the other side. Okay, so we'll start with a twist. Opposite hand to the bent knee. Your long leg, pull the toes towards you. Oh, yeah, and if this knee is like really hanging, put a blanket or a pillow or something underneath. Okay, so a few breaths in the twist. See if you can find the sensation that it's like we're lifting up and out of the hips. Maybe as we inhale, we can like find that extra length. And as we exhale, we can twist a little more. Just like another 2 breaths. Okay, so keep the rotation in the torso, the hand on the knee, put it onto the long leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to slide down the long leg. The back hand can brace down the back leg or it can reach over. So remember how the gallbladder meridian goes up the side? So let's think of opening the side of the body and also lengthening the bottom side of the body. So we're working on both sides. And a few more breaths. Both sit bones moving down into the earth. 2 more. Okay, come up. So now we'll turn to face the long leg. So adjust yourself however you need to. If you need to kind of like tuck in a little bit more, long leg is still engaged. And we'll start with a little twist towards the long leg. So same idea. We inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, use the belly button, give yourself a little squeeze and see if you can twist a bit more. But for sure, it won't be as much of a twist as the first 2 we did. Okay, now we'll turn back to the leg and we'll try to keep the sternum, the breastbone, in line with the leg. So we're kind of in like a very slight twist. We can stay here upright. If you have any kind of herniated or slipped discs, or you have in the past and you're like worried about forward bends, just stay right here. If you're comfortable with a forward bend, we can start to tilt. So again, think belly to thigh. Breathe with the back. 3 more. Okay, come out of it. So let's start the whole thing on the other side. So beginning with the twist. So find your position. The bottom leg can be tucked or it can be straight, whichever you prefer. Interlace around the knee, and we just start at center. So roll the shoulders back and down. Proud, open chest. Long, deep belly breaths. Okay, we'll take it into the twist. So if it works, remember you can always just wrap like we always do or use the hand. But if it works, see if you can hook the elbow outside the knee. Backhand comes behind, and then we use that elbow to help ourselves twist a little more. Two more. Okay, back to center. Pick up the leg, give it a rock. Circle. Other direction. Okay, stretch the leg out. Tuck in the bent leg. If that leg was long, just tuck it in. Pull the toes towards us on the long leg, and we twist opposite hand to knee. So each inhale, we kind of lengthen up, lift ourselves out of our hips. Each exhale, we do a little belly button squeeze and twist a little more. Okay, keep the rotation in the torso. Hand on the knee comes to the long leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to slide. The back hand can either brace down the back thigh or reach over. So let's stretch both sides of our sides. Long, deep breaths. Sit bones moving down. Okay, inhale, come up. All right, so we turn to face the long leg. And you might need to kind of like scoot yourself in a little, close the hips a bit. And we twist towards the long leg. So, not as big a twist as the first two, and that's fine. We still inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Okay, come back to center, but we keep a slight twist. So, we want to line up the breastbone over the long leg. We inhale, lengthen. And if we're not forward bending, we just stay here nice and tall. If we're forward bending, we can do a little tilt and just take it breath by breath. Find what feels good. And wherever we are, let's breathe with the back. Okay, come out of it. Let's put on our socks and any extra clothing. And if there's anything else you need to make your relaxation comfortable, like blankets or props, just go ahead and grab them. All right, we'll come down onto the back and we'll just do a couple more things before we go into our relaxation. So let's start with some double knee tuck. So we'll inhale away, exhale to the chest. Do a few. Okay, stretch the arms up, the legs up. So just take a couple breaths here. And now we'll do the dead bug. So we have options. We can do it like this. So it's basically just opposite arm and leg move. But if straight legs, you're not feeling it, you can have them bent and just touch the toe to the earth. And this is still pretty intense. So just pick the version you like, opposite arm and leg moving to whatever degree is comfortable. You don't have to go all the way down to the floor, regardless of which version you're doing. Okay, but something we do want to do is add a little extra stretch. So let's think about stretching our fascia, our connective tissue. When that tissue gets tight and tough, that's where we have tension. And it can happen for all sorts of reasons. It could be like underuse, so it gets kind of hard. Or if we'd have an injury, it can get a little bit hard. So if you notice any spots where it feels like a little more dense, that's okay. Just try to stretch a teeny bit more in those areas. And aside from the fascia, you're probably feeling it. This exercise is really good for the core, which in turn is really good for the back. So I'll just do a few more. Okay, next time the legs come up, keep them up, relax the arms. So do our best to stack ankles over knees, over hips. And just take 2 or 3 breaths. Okay, knees to chest. Open up the arms any way you like and go into any version of twists that you enjoy. Just keeping both shoulders on the floor. A couple more. Okay, come back to center. And we'll just sneak in before we go into our relaxation. We can already set up the legs, keeping the feet wide, knees moving in towards one another. And we can just do a few of these for the shoulders. Hold on to the elbows over the shoulders. Inhale here, exhale to one side. Inhale center, exhale to the other side. A relaxed movement. Let the head move with it if it wants to. Okay, back to center. Change the cross of the arms. So, whatever arm's in front, put it in the back. And same thing. Inhale, center. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. And again, we'll just do a few. A relaxed, almost like a lazy movement. Okay, once you're happy with that, come out of it. So check your legs, see if they're good for relaxation. If you need another little squeeze or another couple twists. So basically, if any tension crept into the low back, just do what you can to release it and then set yourself up for relaxation. So you can do this bent leg position. It's what I like. It's very comfortable for the low back. But if you're just as comfortable with the legs extended, go ahead. And if you have any props to use, go for it. Chin gently tucked in, forehead sloping down. Let's let ourselves let everything go.
Thank you so very much. There we go. It looks like my mic died, so I'm so terribly sorry. I hope you got most of the class. I don't know when it went out. So my apologies. I'll be more on top of it for next time. So thank you so very much and have an amazing weekend and I'll see you soon. Take care.